In today's fast-paced world, we're constantly surrounded by noise, opinions, distractions, information, and an external pressure. The world is shouting at us, demanding our attention. But in the midst of this chaos, there's an incredible advantage waiting for those who understand the power of silence. It's time to break the noise and embrace the strategic advantage that comes with staying silent. Silence isn't about passivity. It's not about retreating or being inactive. Silence is about choosing when to engage and when to withdraw. It's about having the power to control your emotions, your reactions, and most importantly, your energy. When we remain silent, we clear the clutter, creating space for clarity, focus, and deeper insight. Too often, we get caught up in the noise. We feel the need to react, to speak out, to prove a point. But in doing so, we lose our ability to think clearly. We become emotionally reactive, distracted, and disconnected from our true goals. By embracing silence, we reclaim control over our thoughts and emotions. We stop reacting to external noise and start responding with intention. Strategic silence allows you to listen to hear not just the words people are saying, but the underlying message. When you listen deeply, you gather information that others miss. You can assess situations more accurately, identify opportunities that others overlook, and make decisions that are grounded in wisdom, not emotion. This is the power of silence. It gives you the ability to observe and absorb without being clouded by the chaos around you. Silence is often seen as an absence, a void, or a passive state. But in reality, silence holds incredible power that can transform the way we think, the way we lead, and the way we interact with the world. It's in the moments of silence that we find clarity, control, and the space to align our actions with our true purpose. In a world where noise surrounds us at every turn, constant chatter, distractions, and information overload, silence allows us to cut through the clutter and focus on what truly matters. When we choose silence, we reclaim control over our emotions, reactions, and decisions. Silence doesn't mean being inactive. It means choosing when to engage and when to step back, giving us the mental space to think and act deliberately. In these quiet moments, we're not reacting to external pressures. We're gathering strength, insight, and understanding. Silence allows us to step out of the chaos and into a place of power where we can truly assess the situation and decide the best course of action. In silence, we discover our true thoughts, unclouded by the noise around us. It's space where we reconnect with our inner selves, where we can reflect and realign our direction. When we stop speaking, we start listening not just to others, but to our own intuition, our deeper desires, and our authentic purpose. This inner listening is what guides us in making the right choices and navigating life with confidence and clarity. Moreover, silence is a powerful tool for influence. When we speak less and choose our words carefully, our voice becomes more impactful. People listen more closely to those who don't speak constantly, as they know that when those individuals do speak, their words carry weight. Silence forces others to pay attention. It shows that we are thoughtful, deliberate, and composed. When we control our speech, we also control the narrative, guiding conversations and decisions without needing to dominate them with words. Silence also enhances our relationships. In a world that celebrates constant communication, many miss the value of simply being present and listening. In moments of silence, we show respect for others' thoughts and feelings. We become better listeners, more attuned to the emotions and needs of those around us. This strengthens our connections, builds trust, and allows us to communicate more effectively without overloading others with our own thoughts and opinions. Finally, silence is not the absence of action, it's the preparation for powerful action. It's in the quiet moments of contemplation that we gather the strength, strategy, and clarity needed to move forward with purpose. When we take the time to pause and reflect, we prepare ourselves for decisive action that is aligned with our goals and values. Silence helps us filter out distractions, focus on what's important, and set a clear course for achieving our desired outcomes. Embracing silence allows us to harness its true power. It's not just the absence of sound, but the presence of strength, clarity, and intention. In silence, we find the space to grow, lead, and influence the world around us in ways we never thought possible. It's in this silence that we discover the greatest power of all, the power to control our own destiny. The distraction of noise is one of the greatest challenges we face in the modern world. It's not just the physical sounds that fill our environment, though they certainly add to the chaos, but also the mental noise that pulls our attention in 100 different directions. Everywhere we turn, there are competing demands for our time, energy, and focus. Social media, constant notifications, the opinions of others, and the pressure to keep up with an ever-accelerating pace of life all create a continuous barrage that drowns out clarity and purpose. This noise prevents us from truly connecting with ourselves, from focusing on what matters, and from living in alignment with our highest potential. When we allow ourselves to be consumed by external distractions, we lose sight of our goals and our vision. Every moment spent reacting to the noise is a moment taken away from what's truly important. We get caught up in the demands of others, the endless stream of information, and the distractions of the world around us, leaving us feeling overwhelmed, unfocused, and drained. This noise chips away at our productivity and saps our energy, making it harder to think clearly, make decisions, or take meaningful action. But it's not just the external noise that holds us back. The noise in our own minds can be just as disruptive. Self-doubt, negative thoughts, and fear of failure can create a constant mental chatter that prevents us from moving forward. We become consumed by worry, second-guessing ourselves and questioning our every move. This mental noise clouds our judgment, weakens our confidence, and makes it difficult to take decisive action. The distraction of noise also affects our relationships. With constant distractions, we often fail to listen fully to those around us. We're not present in the moment, and this disconnect can lead to misunderstandings, frustration, and weakened connections. When we're constantly bombarded with external noise, we can't truly hear others, and we miss opportunities for deeper understanding and meaningful conversations. Noise keeps us in a reactive state, constantly responding to external pressures rather than taking control of our own actions. It pulls us away from our own sense of direction and forces us to conform to the expectations and demands of others. This reactionary mindset keeps us from being proactive and living according to our own values and priorities. Instead of creating the life we want, we're caught in a cycle of reacting to the noise, letting it dictate our actions and shape our reality. To break free from the distraction of noise, we must first recognize it for what it is, an obstacle that stands between us and our true potential. Once we see the noise for what it is, we can take steps to minimize it and regain control. We can set boundaries to protect our time and energy, limit our exposure to external distractions, and cultivate inner peace and focus. We can silence the mental chatter by practicing mindfulness, meditation, or simply taking time to pause and reflect. By choosing to tune out the noise, we make space for clarity, purpose, and meaningful action. The distraction of noise is a force that can hold us back from achieving our goals, fulfilling our potential, and living the life we desire. But when we learn to quiet the noise, both external and internal, we unlock the power of focus, presence, and alignment with our true purpose. The less noise we allow into our lives, the more space we create for the things that truly matter. In that silence, we find the clarity, strength, and direction needed to move forward with confidence and make progress toward our greatest aspirations. Strategic silence is one of the most powerful tools at your disposal, yet is often misunderstood or overlooked. In a world that constantly demands our attention, where speaking up is often equated with strength, the true power of silence lies in its ability to bring clarity, control, and insight. It is not about retreating into passivity or shying away from interaction. Strategic silence is about choosing the right moments to hold your tongue, to observe, to listen, and to allow space for deeper understanding and stronger action. When you engage in strategic silence, you're not simply holding back from speaking. You're creating the opportunity to think clearly, process information, and respond with intention. It allows you to step back from the noise, the rush of external distractions, and even the internal pressure to react, so you can focus on the bigger picture. Silence gives you the time to evaluate your surroundings, assess the situation, and understand the motivations of others without being clouded by impulse or emotion. In those moments, you gather intelligence that will serve you far more effectively than reacting in haste. Strategic silence also serves as a form of power in relationships. In conversations, many people feel the need to dominate the dialogue, but it's the person who knows when to listen, when to remain silent, and when to speak that gains respect and influence. When you listen more than you speak, you gain insights that others miss. You understand their concerns, motivations, and desires. And when you do speak, your words carry more weight because they are thoughtful, deliberate, and measured. People begin to trust you as someone who does not speak just to fill space, but speaks with purpose and intention. In negotiations, silence is a potent weapon. When you remain quiet after making a point, you create an atmosphere of tension that compels the other party to fill the silence, often revealing more than they intend. This silence shifts the power dynamics, positioning you as someone who is in control of the conversation. It allows you to process what's being said, think strategically, and position yourself to respond in a way that maximizes your advantage. Strategic silence also enhances personal clarity. In the constant rush of life, it's easy to get caught up in the demands of others and lose track of your own goals. But by deliberately creating space to be silent, whether through meditation, solitude, or simply taking time to reflect, you allow yourself the chance to reconnect with your purpose. It's in these quiet moments that your true vision becomes clear and you can realign your actions to focus on what really matters. Moreover, silence can act as a form of emotional control. In moments of stress, anger, or conflict, silence provides a buffer, allowing you time to pause, breathe, and center yourself. Instead of reacting out of emotion, you give yourself the time to think, to assess the situation, and to respond in a manner that aligns with your values and long-term goals. This emotional discipline gives you a calm and composed presence that others will respect and admire. Ultimately, strategic silence is about being intentional with your energy and your actions. It's not about being silent all the time. It's about knowing when silence is the most powerful option available to you. Whether you're building relationships, negotiating deals, or simply working on your own personal growth, silence allows you to step back from the noise, sharpen your focus, and make decisions that align with your greater purpose. When you master the art of strategic silence, you elevate your ability to lead, influence, and succeed. Silence to listen is a transformative practice that requires both discipline and awareness. It's not simply the absence of sound, but a deliberate choice to step back, quiet the inner chatter, and truly hear what others are saying. In a world that often prioritizes speaking over listening, the act of silent listening becomes an invaluable skill that fosters deeper understanding, connection, and insight. When we choose silence to listen, we open ourselves up to new perspectives. Listening without the urge to immediately respond or interrupt us or absorb information more thoroughly. We begin to understand not just the words being spoken, but the underlying emotions, intentions, and needs that shape those words. This level of listening allows us to connect more authentically with others, as we are no longer focused on formulating our next point or defending our position. Instead, we are present in the moment, giving our full attention to the speaker and their message. The power of silence and listening lies in its ability to create space for clarity. In conversations, our minds often race with thoughts, judgments, or rebuttals, preventing us from truly absorbing what's being said. By choosing silence, we remove this mental clutter and can focus entirely on the speaker. This creates an environment where deeper understanding can flourish. When we listen without rushing to speak, we allow the conversation to unfold naturally, uncovering nuances and insights that may have otherwise been missed. In this space, both parties feel heard and respected, which strengthens relationships and builds trust. Silence also allows us to listen to the unspoken. Often, what's not being said is just as important as what is. Body language, tone of voice, and pauses in speech all convey meaning that words alone cannot. By remaining silent, we heighten our ability to perceive these subtle cues, which can provide critical information about the true feelings or intentions behind the conversation. It's in the quiet moments of listening that we may uncover truths that would otherwise remain hidden. In conflict or disagreement, silence to listen can be the key to resolution. When emotions are running high, it's easy to become defensive or react impulsively. But choosing silence in these moments allows us to step back, regulate our emotions, and process the situation with more objectivity. Instead of speaking to defend our point of view, we listen to understand the other person's perspective, which fosters empathy and opens the door to constructive ear. By listening deeply, we create the opportunity for mutual respect, compromise, and problem-solving. This practice of silence to listen extends beyond our interactions with others. It's also about listening to ourselves. In the quiet, we can tune into our own thoughts, desires, and intuitions. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to lose touch with our inner voice. But by embracing silence, we create the mental space to reconnect with our own truth. We gain clarity about our goals, our values, and the direction we want to take in life. In this silence, we find the guidance we need to make decisions that align with our deepest aspirations. Ultimately, silence to listen is not about withdrawing or shutting down. It's about creating a powerful space for connection, understanding, and growth. It allows us to listen to others with greater empathy, to hear the subtle messages beneath the surface, and to foster deeper relationships. It also enables us to listen to our inner selves, providing the clarity and insight needed to navigate our lives with intention. When we embrace the practice of silence to listen, we unlock the power of true communication and connection, building the foundation for stronger relationships and a more fulfilling life. Control over emotions is one of the most empowering skills you can develop in life. Emotions are powerful forces that can either propel you toward your goals or derail your progress. They have the capacity to shape your decisions, influence your interactions, and determine the quality of your experience. Yet, while emotions are a natural part of being human, they don't have to control you. In fact, the ability to control your emotions gives you the power to take charge of your life and direct your energy toward what truly matters. When you learn to control your emotions, you create a sense of inner calm and resilience. Life is unpredictable, and challenges, setbacks, and pressures are inevitable. How you respond in those moments determines whether you rise to the occasion or become overwhelmed by the situation. Emotional control allows you to pause, reflect, and respond from a place of clarity, rather than reacting impulsively. Instead of allowing frustration, anger, or fear to dictate your actions, you choose to respond with purpose and thoughtfulness, making decisions that align with your goals and values. This emotional control also enables you to maintain a positive and composed state of mind, even in the face of adversity. When things don't go as planned, when you encounter obstacles, or when you experience failure, it's easy to fall into negative emotions such as anger, self-doubt, or despair. But with emotional control, you are able to shift your focus away from the negative and move toward solutions. You maintain a sense of hope, determination, and optimism, which fuels your perseverance and keeps you moving forward. This ability to rise above emotional turmoil builds resilience, making it easier to navigate future challenges with strength and confidence. Not controlling your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them or pretending they don't exist. Emotions are signals that tell us something important about ourselves, our desires, and our circumstances. What emotional control offers is the ability to understand, process, and choose how to express those emotions in a healthy and constructive way. When you're in control, you don't allow emotions to take over your thoughts and behaviors. Instead, you acknowledge them, understand their source, and make conscious choices about how to respond. You stop being driven by your emotional state and start taking proactive, deliberate actions that serve your best interests. In your relationships, emotional control plays a crucial role. How you manage your emotions influences how you interact with others. When you are in control, you can navigate conflicts with grace, communicate with empathy, and maintain strong, healthy connections. On the other hand, when emotions are out of control, misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and tension can arise, leading to unnecessary conflict. By mastering your emotions, you create a more harmonious environment for yourself and those around you, fostering mutual respect and deeper understanding. Emotional control also empowers you to stay focused and productive. In today's world, distractions are everywhere, and it's easy to get sidetracked by overwhelming emotions. Stress, anxiety, and frustration can cloud your thinking, making it difficult to concentrate and achieve your goals. But when you have control over your emotions, you can maintain a clear mind, prioritize your tasks, and stay on track. You can keep your emotional state in check, ensuring that it doesn't interfere with your ability to perform at your best. Ultimately, control over emotions is about taking responsibility for your inner world. It's about realizing that while you can't always control external circumstances, you have the power to control how you respond to them. This self-mastery not only improves your emotional well-being, but also enhances every aspect of your life, your relationships, your career, your health. By gaining control over your emotions, you gain control over your life, allowing you to pursue your dreams with confidence, resilience, and unwavering focus. Sharpening focus is a critical skill for success in any area of life. In today's fast-paced, distraction-filled world, our attention is constantly pulled in multiple directions. Between the demands of work, social media, family, and endless notifications, it's easy to become scattered and overwhelmed. But when you sharpen your focus, you gain the ability to cut through the noise and direct your energy toward what matters most. Focus is the key to unlocking your true potential, allowing you to make steady progress toward your goals and maintain the clarity needed to make smart decisions. The first step in sharpening your focus is understanding that it is not a fixed trait, but a skill that can be developed over time. Just as a muscle becomes stronger through exercise, your ability to focus improves the more you practice it. The more you consciously direct your attention to one task at a time, the more your capacity to maintain focus increases. This focused attention is essential for deep work, the kind of work that creates real results. Whether you're working on a project, learning something new, or pursuing a personal goal, deep work requires undivided attention and the ability to push aside distractions. When you sharpen your focus, you can prioritize the most important tasks and eliminate unnecessary ones. Clarity is a natural byproduct of focus. With a sharpened sense of focus, you can break down complex tasks into manageable steps, ensuring you tackle them in the right order. By focusing on one thing at a time, rather than jumping from task to task, you are more likely to finish your work quickly and with a higher level of quality. The ability to maintain focus also helps you sustain momentum, as it allows you to make consistent progress without being sidetracked by distractions. In addition to boosting productivity, sharpening focus also increases the quality of your decisions. When your attention is divided, it's easy to make hasty or impulsive choices. But with focused attention, you can weigh your options carefully, consider the long-term implications of your decisions, and act with intention. Sharp focus enables you to think critically, solve problems more effectively, and make choices that are aligned with your goals and values. It allows you to stay present in the moment, rather than worrying about the past or future, which often clouds judgment. One of the most powerful benefits of sharpening your focus is the ability to maintain consistency. Success is rarely about sudden bursts of energy or short-term efforts. It's about the ability to stay consistently engaged and disciplined over time. When you focus on your long-term objectives and consistently prioritize the actions that will lead to success, you create the habits and routines that drive continuous progress. It's through sustained focus that you can push past obstacles, overcome challenges, and keep moving toward your goals, even when motivation wanes. Sharpening focus also enhances your ability to connect with others. In conversations, when you give someone your undivided attention, you create a deeper connection and foster trust. People appreciate when you listen attentively without being distracted or thinking about what you'll say next. When you are truly present in the moment, you can pick up on subtle cues, emotions, and details that would otherwise be missed, enabling you to respond with empathy and understanding. This sharpened focus improves your relationships, making them more meaningful and authentic. In a world where distractions are relentless, the ability to sharpen your focus can set you apart from the crowd. It's the key to achieving excellence, making better decisions, and building lasting success. Focused attention allows you to clear the mental clutter, tune out distractions, and align your efforts with your deepest aspirations. It helps you move forward with purpose and precision, enabling you to take control of your time, energy, and life. When you make focus a priority, you unlock your full potential and position yourself to achieve extraordinary results. The strength of observation is one of the most underrated yet powerful tools for growth, understanding, and success. In a world where speed often takes precedence over accuracy, the ability to observe keenly and deeply is what separates those who merely react from those who thrive with intention and clarity. Observation allows you to take in more than just the surface level of what's happening around you. It enables you to see beyond the obvious, understand hidden dynamics, and grasp the full picture. By sharpening your ability to observe, you empower yourself to make informed decisions, build stronger relationships, and seize opportunities that others might overlook. At its core, observation is about paying attention, but not just in the passive sense of noticing what's right in front of you. It's about engaging fully with your environment, your thoughts, and the people around you, while also reflecting on the deeper meanings and implications of what you encounter. When you observe with intention, you are able to pick up on the nuances, whether it's a subtle shift in someone's tone, an unspoken gesture, or the underlying emotions driving a situation. These small details, often overlooked by those who rush through life, can provide key insights that influence the way you respond and act out. The strength of observation also lies in its ability to foster greater self-awareness. When you take the time to observe your own thoughts and behaviors, you gain a clearer understanding of your motivations, triggers, and patterns. This self-reflection allows you to identify areas for improvement and make adjustments that align with your goals. It's through observation that you begin to notice the internal conversations you have, the self-limiting beliefs you may hold, and the habits that are holding you back. With this awareness, you can begin to shift your mindset and take your growth and success thus out. When it comes to relationships, observation is an invaluable skill. In interactions with others, the strength of observation enables you to tune into their needs, desires, and emotions. Often, what people say is only part of the story. By observing their body language, facial expressions, and tone, you gain a deeper understanding of their true feelings and intentions. This allows you to communicate more effectively, build trust, and strengthen your connections. Instead of reacting based solely on what is being said, you can respond in ways that demonstrate empathy, understanding, and insight. The strength of observation, therefore, enhances your ability to navigate social dynamics, resolve conflicts, and create meaningful relationships. In the professional world, the ability to observe with precision can be a game changer. Whether you're leading a team, negotiating a deal, or evaluating a business opportunity, observation enables you to take in all relevant information before making decisions. By observing not just what is said, but also what is unsaid, you can gauge the true nature of a situation. You can identify potential risks, uncover hidden opportunities, and make choices that are based on a fuller understanding of the circumstances. Observation also allows you to learn from the experiences of others. By watching how people around you navigate challenges, you can pick up valuable lessons, strategies, and insights that will help you on your own journey. In a broader sense, observation enhances your ability to adapt and innovate. When you observe your surroundings and notice shifts in trends, behaviors, and technologies, you position yourself to anticipate changes and stay ahead of the curve. By staying attuned to the world around you, you can recognize emerging opportunities and challenges long before they become apparent to others. This foresight enables you to take proactive action rather than reactive and gives you a competitive edge in any endeavor. The strength of observation also empowers you to create meaningful change. When you observe a problem or a situation, you are better equipped to identify the root cause rather than just addressing the symptoms. Observation allows you to analyze situations from different perspectives, see patterns, and gain insights that lead to innovative solutions. It allows you to approach problems strategically and with a clear mind, ensuring that your actions have a lasting impact. In a world that is constantly moving, the strength of observation gives you the ability to pause, take in the full scope of what's around you, and respond in ways that align with your purpose. It sharpens your mind, deepens your understanding, and enhances your ability to take decisive action. Observation is not just a passive act, it's an active practice that strengthens your ability to engage with the world and move forward with clarity, purpose, and power. By developing the strength of observation, you give yourself the tools to not just survive in the world, but to thrive within it. Building influence is a fundamental skill that shapes your ability to lead, connect with others, and create lasting impact. Influence is not about controlling others or manipulating their decisions. It is about inspiring trust, fostering respect, and guiding people in a direction that aligns with shared values, goals, and vision. It's the ability to inspire action and motivate others, not through force or coercion, but by establishing a genuine connection that leads to mutual growth. The most powerful influencers are those who lead by example, communicate with authenticity, and understand the needs and desires of those they seek to influence. The foundation of influence lies in trust. Trust is earned, not demanded. It's built over time through consistent actions, integrity, and honesty. When people trust you, they are more likely to follow your lead, listen to your advice, and take action based on your guidance. This trust isn't built on empty promises or manipulation. It's built on a deep understanding that your words align with your actions. When you show up for others consistently, when you demonstrate reliability and sincerity, you naturally gain influence in their lives. Effective communication is also a cornerstone of influence. The way you convey your ideas, listen to others, and express your values plays a critical role in building influence. People are more likely to be influenced by someone who listens actively and speaks clearly with purpose. When you communicate with empathy and respect, you create an open space for others to engage with you. Influence is not just about speaking persuasively, but also about understanding the perspectives of others and tailoring your message in a way that resonates with them. Building influence also involves emotional intelligence, understanding and managing your own emotions, as well as recognizing and responding to the emotions of others. When you have emotional intelligence, you can navigate complex social dynamics, diffuse tension, and connect with people on a deeper level. You become someone who can read a room, sense when others are struggling, and offer the right support or guidance at the right time. By tuning into the emotional undercurrents of your interactions, you gain a level of influence that transcends logic or reasoning alone. Another essential aspect of building influence is authenticity. People are drawn to those who are genuine, who operate from a place of truth and integrity. When you show up as your authentic self, you create an environment of trust where people feel comfortable being open with you. This openness fosters a sense of loyalty and admiration, making it easier to influence others in a positive and lasting way. Authenticity also allows you to lead with confidence because you are not pretending to be someone you are not. You are simply being the best version of yourself. Influence is also about providing value to others. When you help others succeed, when you give without expecting anything in return, you build goodwill and deepen relationships. People are more likely to follow and listen to someone who has consistently provided value in their lives. Whether it's offering your time, sharing knowledge, or offering support in times of need, the act of serving others naturally elevates your influence. As you invest in others' success, they become more invested in your vision and more willing to follow your leadership. A powerful way to build influence is through consistency. Influence is not built overnight. It is the result of persistent effort and a commitment to your values and mission. When you show up consistently, whether in small ways or large, you reinforce your reliability and earn the respect of others. Consistency creates a sense of stability, and people trust those who are dependable. It's through consistency that your actions align with your intentions and your influence grows stronger over time. Finally, building influence requires you to embrace and adapt to change. The world is constantly evolving. In order to remain influential, you must be open to learning, growing, and adjusting your approach. Those who are resistant to change often find their influence waning, while those who embrace it continue to evolve and maintain relevance. Flexibility, openness to new ideas, and a willingness to adapt to shifting circumstances are all crucial elements of influence. It allows you to stay connected with the needs of the people you influence and find innovative ways to guide them toward success. Building influence is a long-term commitment to personal growth, service, and connection. It's about consistently showing up with authenticity, empathy, and integrity. When you focus on serving others, communicate with clarity, and lead by example, you build influence that inspires, motivates, and empowers others. This influence becomes a force for positive change, enabling you to achieve your goals while lifting others up along the way. Influence isn't something you force, it's something you cultivate through meaningful relationships, trust, and the impact you have on the lives of others. The more value you bring and the more authentic you are, the greater your influence will become. The inner power of quiet is one of the most profound yet often overlooked forces within us. In a world that constantly demands our attention, noise surrounds us in the form of distractions, expectations, and constant activity. Yet in the midst of this chaos, the quiet moments hold a transformative power. Quiet is not merely the absence of sound, it is the presence, peace, clarity, and deep inner strength. It is in these moments of stillness that we tap into our true potential, away from the external pressures and distractions that can cloud our judgment and diminish our effectiveness. When we embrace the quiet, we create space for reflection and introspection. In the silence, we can hear our true thoughts, feel our true emotions, and connect with our inner wisdom. It's in these moments that we can step away from the noise of our daily lives and reconnect with what matters most to us. The power of quiet allows us to pause, to think critically, and to make decisions from a place of clarity, rather than being swept along by the noise and urgency of the outside world. This quietness is not just about external silence, it's about cultivating an inner calm that transcends the noise around us. It's easy to be reactive, to get caught up in the stress and chaos that life throws at us. But in moments of quiet, we gain the ability to respond rather than react. We learn to be in control of our thoughts, emotions, and actions rather than allowing external circumstances to dictate our state of being. The power of quiet teaches us to choose our responses, to align our actions with our values, and to move forward with purpose and intention. Quiet also allows us to deepen our connection with ourselves and with others. In a world where people often speak over each other and rush through interactions, taking time to listen not just to the words, but to the underlying emotions and meanings becomes a powerful tool for building relationships. When we are quiet, we can truly hear others. We can understand their needs, their fears, and their desires. This deep listening creates empathy and fosters trust, making us more effective in our personal and professional lives. Beyond its impact on our relationships, the power of quiet enhances our creativity and problem-solving abilities. Often, we get caught in the trap of overthinking, trying to solve problems with endless analysis and constant mental chatter. However, it's in the quiet moments that our minds are free to process information, make connections, and come up with innovative ideas. In the stillness, the solutions we seek often rise to the surface, guided by intuition and insight. Quiet is where we find space for creative breakthroughs, as it allows our minds to be free from distraction and full of possibility. In addition, the power of quiet helps us access a deeper sense of peace and contentment. The noise of the world constantly tells us that we need more success, more possessions, more validation. But in the quiet, we realize that true fulfillment comes from within. Quiet is a place where we find peace in the present moment, where we are no longer chasing after external sources of happiness, but are able to reshape what we already have. In the silence, we tap into the understanding that happiness is not something to be acquired, but something to be discovered within ourselves. The inner power of quiet also helps us to focus and direct our energy with greater precision. When the world is constantly demanding our attention, it becomes easy to spread ourselves too thin, trying to keep up with everything and everyone. But in moments of quiet, we can refocus on our true priorities. The power of quiet helps us clear away the noise of unnecessary distractions, allowing us to concentrate our energy on the things that matter most and to move forward with greater efficiency and purpose. The more we cultivate the inner power of quiet, the more we become attuned to the deeper aspects of life, the things that truly sustain us. In a world that often values loudness, speed, and constant motion, quiet becomes an essential tool for those seeking real growth and fulfillment. It is in the quiet that we access the wisdom, creativity, and clarity that propel us toward our highest potential. The quiet teaches us to slow down, to listen, and to trust the process of life. It is in the stillness that we find our deepest strength and unlock the power to move forward with unwavering confidence and grace. By embracing the inner power of quiet, we give ourselves the space to recharge, to reflect, and to realign with our true purpose. In the silence, we are able to connect with our inner selves and hear the whispers of wisdom that guide us toward the life we were meant to lead. Quiet is not a void, it is a powerful force that nurtures our spirit, refines our focus, and propels us toward the life of meaning and impact we are destined to create. Silence, as a strategic tool, is one of the most underestimated assets in navigating both personal and professional landscapes. In a world that thrives on constant communication, rapid responses, and the loudest voices, the ability to embrace silence can be a game changer. Silence is not simply the absence of noise or sound, it is a deliberate choice that can significantly enhance your decision-making, influence, and ability to respond with purpose. When used strategically, silence becomes a powerful tool to gain clarity, observe situations without bias, and create an impact that is often more profound than any spoken words. In the heat of a moment, Especially when emotions run high or stakes are elevated, the act of remaining silent can be a profound form of control. Silence provides the space to pause, reflect, and choose a response instead of reacting impulsively. In situations where conflict arises or tension escalates, silence allows you to step back and assess the situation from a more neutral standpoint. It helps prevent hasty decisions or comments that might escalate the situation further. By strategically holding back, you take control of the interaction and allow yourself the time to craft a thoughtful, measured response that serves your greater purpose. Silence also acts as a tool for observation. When others are speaking, whether in a meeting, negotiation, or casual conversation, choosing to remain silent allows you to gather critical information. People often reveal more than they realize when they are speaking. And silence gives you the opportunity to listen deeply. You can observe their body language, detect nuances in tone, and pick up on underlying emotions that may not be expressed in words. These insights provide you with a clearer understanding of their motivations, needs, and desires, which gives you a distinct advantage in both personal interactions and professional negotiations. Silence transforms you from a passive participant into an active observer, giving you the intelligence to make more informed decisions. In leadership, silence is an essential tool for influence. As a leader, your words hold weight. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to allow silence to fill the space. Leaders who constantly speak and offer solutions may inadvertently hinder the growth and creativity of those around them. Silence creates a space for others to contribute, think critically, and generate ideas. It fosters an environment of empowerment where people feel heard and valued. By allowing others to speak first, you demonstrate trust in their abilities and create a culture of collaboration. Additionally, strategic silence during meetings or discussions often encourages others to share more openly, as they feel compelled to fill the void, revealing deeper insights or concerns that might not have come up if the leader had been too vocal. Silence also aids in self-discipline and emotional regulation. In a world that is constantly demanding our attention, practicing silence can be a form of mental training. It's about learning to resist the temptation to react or respond immediately, and instead giving yourself the time to process your thoughts and emotions. This pause creates space for deeper reflection, enabling you to access your inner wisdom and make decisions that align your long-term goals rather than being swayed by momentary impulses. By mastering the art of silence, you cultivate a sense of emotional intelligence that allows you to navigate even the most challenging situations with calmness and composure. In the realm of strategy, silence can be a powerful tactical advantage. Whether you're negotiating a deal, pursuing a business opportunity, or navigating a difficult situation, choosing to remain silent at the right moment can give you the upper hand. Silence creates uncertainty in others, making them more likely to fill the gap with information or concessions they may not have otherwise offered. When you stay quiet, you also signal confidence and control. You are not desperate for a response or validation, and this sense of calm often compels others to engage more thoughtfully and openly. In negotiations, silence can be the tool that creates favorable conditions for you to secure the outcome you desire. Moreover, silence as a strategic tool allows you to conserve your energy. Speaking, especially in situations where we feel the need to constantly defend or justify ourselves, can be draining. Silence protects you from unnecessary stress or mental exhaustion by allowing you to reserve your energy for the moments that truly matter. This strategic use of energy enables you to stay focused on your priorities and avoid getting caught up in distractions or conversations that do not serve your greater purpose. Another way silence proves to be a strategic tool is in its ability to create space for innovation and deep thought. In the constant noise of the world, it's easy to become overwhelmed and lose sight of creative potential. But silence provides a fertile ground for new ideas and solutions to emerge. It's in the quiet moments away from the pressure to produce or speak that the most profound insights and innovations often surface. Silence allows your mind to reset, to move beyond the surface level, and to access the deeper, more intuitive aspects of creativity. In summary, silence as a strategic tool is about more than just refraining from speaking. It's about using stillness to gain clarity, exercise control, and create opportunities. Whether it's giving yourself the space to respond thoughtfully, observing others for critical insights, or enhancing your leadership impact, silence offers a powerful way to advance with purpose and precision. By understanding the immense power of silence and incorporating it into your strategy, you elevate your capacity to influence, connect, and lead with wisdom and foresight. Silence, when used strategically, is not avoided as a dynamic force that drives clarity, power, and success. Think about the most influential people in history. They didn't speak recklessly or constantly. They knew when to speak and when to remain silent. In those moments of silence, they were gathering strength, gaining perspective, and understanding their surroundings. This strategic silence gave him the advantage of control and influence. In moments of pressure, silence becomes your greatest ally. When emotions are high and decisions are critical, silence helps you maintain composure. It allows you to reflect before responding, ensuring that your words and actions are aligned with your ultimate goals. It's in these moments that the true power of silence is revealed. It is not a weakness, it is a strategic tool that sets you apart from the crowd. By remaining silent when others are speaking, you show the world that you're not easily swayed by outside noise. Your focus becomes sharper, your ability to lead becomes stronger, and your influence grows. When you don't fill every moment with words, people begin to listen to you more carefully. Your silence speaks volumes. It says that you're thoughtful, intentional, and in control. Silence also nurtures inner peace. In a world filled with noise, we often lose sight of our own thoughts and desires. We're constantly reacting to the opinions and demands of others, losing connection with our true selves. Silence brings you back to your center. It restores balance, cultivates confidence, and allows you to make decisions that are rooted in your deepest values. So break the noise. Embrace the silence. Take the time to reflect, listen, observe. In that silence, you'll discover the strategic advantage that can propel you toward success. You'll find clarity, power, and insight that others will miss. And when you speak, your words will carry the weight of someone who has listened, understood, chosen their moment to act with precision. The power of silence is not just in the absence of words, it's in the space it creates for growth, understanding, and leadership. Let silence be your strategy. Let it give you the edge you need to break through the noise and achieve your greatest potential.